Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Instacar HK. Today I'm at the Hong Kong Ocean Park where this weekend they will be having their CARnival Festival where the Classic Car Club of Hong Kong will be lending 20 plus classic cars to the park for a spectacular display. Now today is actually Friday the 26th of March 2021 and the event would actually be on this Saturday and Sunday on the 27th and 28th of March. But we've actually already been moving the cars in last night, and from what I can see, we have a very unique and cool collection of classic cars for display this weekend. Now, as you guys will appreciate, the Ocean Park is a family theme park, so the theme of the display would be more kids and family friendly. So as opposed to your Ferrari 250s or Lamborghini Miuras, there will be cute little cars such as the BMW Isetta to big monster trucks like the Hummer X1. So let's go take a look and see what the park has for us this weekend. Now here is one of the stars of this weekend's show, a 1934 Rolls-Royce Phantom II. Now this Rolls-Royce is one of the last models that uses the Rolls-Royce 40/50 HP chassis. It was made between 1929 to 1936 and Rolls-Royce produced a total of 1,680 of these Phantom IIs. It uses a huge 7.7-liter inline-six engine with 4-speed manual. And you look at it, it's such a different car. These sort of pre-war cars have such a different, character than cars we know today. It's narrow, but it got a long body, a very long bonnet to house that 7.7 large engine, and beautiful handmade wheel arches that flows all the way to the back, covering very big hubcap wheels. Now, you'll be surprised how many classic Rolls-Royce there are in Hong Kong, but for them to be in this sort of condition and to be out in the open to share with the public like that is certainly a rare opportunity. Now, this is another highlight of the show, being a 2015 Volkswagen XL1. The XL1 actually started life as a concept car by Volkswagen in 2001 for them to show the world how they portray the future of motor vehicles will be. In 2015, they finally decided to do a limited production of a road-going version, which is the car we have here, and Volkswagen made a total of 250 units only. Now, this car is not about speed, but it's about efficiency, fuel efficiency, weight efficiency, and it actually has a 2-cylinder diesel engine with an electric unit, which is by plug-in charging. So it's a diesel plug-in hybrid. Together with the diesel engine and the electric unit, the car produces about 80 horsepower, which is nothing to write home about, but it's efficiency, which is what is impressive. It only uses 0.9 liter of petrol, or diesel for that matter, per 100 kilometers, and it has a 400 kilometer range. Now, how Volkswagen is able to achieve this is by two things mainly. One is the weight, and second, it's its aerodynamics. Now, the weight, this car only weighs 800 kilograms, and Volkswagen did that by using carbon fiber body and magnesium subframe, making it only 800 kg, which is very, very light, lighter than a Lotus Elise. Now, for the aerodynamic part, it's a two-seater, but instead of balanced, side-by-side seats, it's a front and back seat, causing this very narrow body. You can also see that the body has no other distractions. It has no rear view mirrors, for example. It uses cameras so that to keep the body line streamed and a good aerodynamic. The result of which is this car has the drag coefficient of 0.189 only, where normal conventional cars that we see today normally has 0.3 to 0.4 coefficient drag. So this is actually a very futuristic car then and still is today. So I'm coming here to the waterfront area where most of the cars are displayed for this weekend, and there are some interesting things here, so let's take a look. Starting off with this early Datsun Fairlady Z model. This is a convertible model. It's owned by one of our former chairmen of the club. And next with this Triumph Herald, also in very good nick. Moving on is this Plymouth Prowler, which you have seen in one of my earlier morning drive videos. Not the best looking car in my books, but you can't deny it's a very special and unique design. And the interesting thing with this one is it's actually a right-hand drive. I don't think it's registered in Hong Kong, but certainly being a right-hand drive Prowler must be pretty rare. Next up we have what has to be the most modern car of this display, a modern Fiat 500 in a very special and cute pink color. Then next we have a Volkswagen van with the whole extended rooftop for perfect camping and sightseeing. This car came from California actually and is a frequent attendee of our club events. And next we have a London taxi. Looking at the Yes I Do number plate, I think it's safe to guess this is used as a wedding car normally. Now over here we have a group of 6 cars, starting with the early Honda Civic, a Frog Eye, and of course my very own Alfa Romeo GT 1600 Junior. Now at the back there are 2 Volkswagen Beetles as well as a Citroën 2CV. So basically all the tiny cars are gathered here right at the middle of the display. And here we have 2 BMW Isettas. This one on the left here actually has 4 wheels, while the red one here is a 3-wheeler. Now as we all know, Isetta's doors are right at the front end. This one happened to be wide open. Now over here we have all the big boys, including this Land Rover Defender all kitted out. My personal favorite here, the Hummer X1, and also a Daimler DS420. This is from 1977. Now the special thing about this car is it actually used to be Chris Patten's car, the last British governor of Hong Kong during the colonial days. So this car, on top of being a classic, actually has some historical significance for Hong Kong. Very roomy rear. So this car behind me is by far my favorite car of the show, and that is a 2001 AM General Hummer X1. Now, as most of you would know, the Hummer X1 started off as the American military vehicle, the Humvee. And in 1992, the Humvee decided to release a civilian version due to popularity of the Humvee. Production was between 1992 to 2006, and the car we have here today is a 2001 Hong Kong car. So it was manufactured in 2001 and registered in Hong Kong in 2001. Now, Hummer made a few versions of the civilian model. They had the pickup version, they have the open top version, and they also have this wagon version where the rear extends all the way to the end. This wagon version in black is actually my favorite. As a kid, the Hummer X1 was always my dream car because back in the 90s and early 2000s, this was a very popular pop culture car. It was very manly. Arnold Schwarzenegger loved them. and it was featured in a lot of cool movies such as The Rock. So I really liked it back then, and I'm very happy to see one here today. It has a massive 6.5-liter diesel V8 engine. It is hopelessly slow, and it has rubbish fuel efficiency with less than 10 mpg only. The car is also massive. It's as big as a minibus, so it's extremely heavy. But who cares? When you drive a Hummer, it's about being a man, the manliness of it, owning the road. Now, Hummer, as you all know, later released the X2 and X3 versions, but they could not hold a candle to this X1. The X2 and X3 models were all just very comfortable and just not the military DNA that this X1 has. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give us a like, subscribe. Please remember to also click the bell button so that you know when our next video is coming. Please also make sure to follow our Instagram at InstacarHK and read our English blog www.instacarhk.com. We'll have more classic car video coming soon, so stay tuned and I'll see you soon.